Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a rematch between Terror and Maru. Here on Fighting Spirit this time, you might remember Maru. He went carrier against Terror on Outsider in a 34-minute game a few weeks or months back. And it was Outsider, so it's a good map for carriers, but if you want to see a game where Protoss goes carriers against Zerg, go ahead and hit me up, and I'll put a link in the description and respond to you as well, okay? So top left-hand corner, we have a purple Zerg player. It is Terror. And in the bottom right, it is Maru, the teal Protoss player. So two excellent players coming at you here today. Maru didn't know how he would perform here in the Brood War. I'm not going to spoil anything about that Terror versus Mario game, but I will absolutely tell you it was quite a match in more ways than one. It was 34 minutes, okay? If you're a Protoss that can hang with Terror for 34 minutes, you're a good Protoss player. That's the bar. It just is. Got Terry the Overlord scouting around. Yes, Terry, it is a beautiful day to be sailing over the water, enjoying your flight. I know you're slow, but at least you can fly. Isn't it grand? Yes, I agree, Terry. So a ZVP here on Fighting Spirit, and this is an overpool from Terror. And let's see if it's going to be a Forge Fast Expand from Maru. He sure is saving up a lot of money. Is this going to be a Nexus first play? Holy smokes, I think it is. Wow, that is gutsy. That is gutsy, Maru. Yeah, 400 minerals. Wait, what? What? Forge. Why did you wait until you had 400 minerals to throw it on a forge? And then a Nexus at 500 minerals for some reason. I don't know what Maru is doing here. His opening seems a little bit problematic. We'll see how it does against these early lings. I mean, it's an overpool. It's not a pool first play, but it's an overpool play. So we're going to try to get down here and get some damage done. But again, he doesn't know where the Protoss is. Terry the Overlord is scouted down to the bottom left. Is about at the point where he knows the Protoss isn't there. But that means it's either top right or bottom right, and now the guessing game begins, and he's guessing wrong because he's going to the top right. But I don't think there's really a lot of time for them to get here before the cannon finishes anyway, so everything's cool. It worked out for Maru just fine. Someone who plays Protoss at a better level than I do needs to explain to me what the heck that was. Why that was a 400 mineral forge in a 500 mineral expansion. Because I don't understand. Love the third hatch. I just do. He threw that down blind, by the way. He just assumed that it was a Forge Fast Expand here out of Maru. It totally worked for him. He's trying to get in here for some scouting. And, oh, the Lings block it. Nice block. Nice block. You just say that it was a Maynard transfer, too. So 2 birds for the price of 1 stone there. Well done out of Maru. Alright, so that was a lot of Lings that died for nothing. Pretty much that sucks. But hey, sometimes it happens. You just pick yourself up off the ground and continue moving. Third hatch. Okay. Woo! I think we're back. That was quite a little coughing fit there. Blech. Not a good time, but I think I'm alright. Cybercore. Pylon. Protoss not doing anything crazy here whatsoever. Lair on the way, which indicates he's going for a Spire opening rather than a Hydralisk Den opening, which, I don't know, I'm a pretty big fan of. Hydra Den openings, it can be kind of hard for Protoss to get Storm out in time to stop the Hydras from just crushing you. If they happen to go for a Stargate first, it can really slow down their ability to get the Templar Archives and the Storm going. So, just a thought. Just a thought here. Is he skipping metabolic? Does he not have... He's skipping metabolic boosts to go for all this stuff. So it's a pretty fast spire as a result. Right? If you skip speed, that's 100 gas that you can spend on other things like, I don't know, your spire at 5 minutes. It's pretty zippy in all actuality. Oh, it is a Citadel of Adun coming in first here. Oh, ho, ho. Well, if that's not interesting. Look at this. 2 slow zealots coming into the third base. Love this out of Maru, too. There's just nothing here to stop these guys from stopping all mining operations at this base. They probably can't kill any of the drones because they're fast and these guys don't have speed. But, hey, free shots on a hatchery, not bad. Are these drones going to have to... What? They're coming back to work? Only one Zergling came in, and now they have... What is going on here? And then they go back. Terror! This is a questionable game. I'm going to throw that out there real fast. The Lings come in, the drones have to fight. The Zealots doing alright for themselves. I mean, okay, 0 kills isn't the greatest thing. Huh. And then just wandering into the natural base and attempting the same thing. Not enough Lings here to stop this either. Ultralisk Den coming in. This is incredible. So it is the Templar Archives opening, which means that Mutalisks are suddenly kind of amazing. Right? The Corsair was created because Mutalisks were really hard for Protoss to deal with. And it was an attempted effort to help them in that situation. Look at this. Zealot stopping all the mining of gas for just a little bit here. This is honestly... The little Zealot pokes accomplishing a lot. Look at this. They're killing Lings. Ah, lost one of them. Pull back to a place where you're actually physically off the map. But you're killing those Zerglings, though. Ah, and died on that final Zergling. Oh, he's got speed now. Thank goodness. Maelstrom. Oh. Okay, so we're going to see some Dark Archons here. Oh, man. We haven't seen a Dark Archon on the channel in a while. For a minute there, it felt like 2020 and 2021 were the years of the Dark Archon. The channel had a lot of Dark Archons, but it has been about a minute since we've seen one, so I am actually excited about this. Yeah, so he's going to deal with any Mutalisks that happen to come in here with Maelstrom, and if there aren't any Mutas, then sure, it works pretty well on Zerglings and Ultralisks too. Again, immobilizing Zerg units so that you can follow up with a Storm is honestly incredible. Oh, the damage done on the hatchery a minute ago is actually paying off here. Ooh, they're going to get it. No. These drones aren't stopping this from happening at all. The Lings get here too late. What a snipe. What an absolutely beautiful snipe out of Maru. Replacement macro hatch is coming up, but these guys have nowhere to go for the time being. Look at this positioning as well. Oh my gosh, those Zealots getting such work here. I am over the moon impressed with Maru right now. I really love what he's been doing here in this game. His third base, a little bit late, in all fairness, but sniping your opponent's third, pff, beautiful. Beautiful and gorgeous is what I'm going to call it here. We've got a Dark Archon on the way. Nexus in production, but Lings kind of streaming across the map a little bit here. Lurkers out too. Lurker aspect, yep, complete, and Lurkers ready to rock. We've got ourselves a Queen's Nest in production. Got a robotics facility on the way for detection required to deal with those Lurkers, but we're a bit away from that tech. This third base might be vulnerable if these Lings and Lurkers want to jump on it. Oh, this is so beautiful. This positioning right here, just out of range of the cannon. Just slowly, slowly working down these buildings. We don't do a ton of damage versus buildings, but, it's making the Protoss think about it a little bit. Oh, this Zealot's just like, is the third base back? Do we want to try to kill it? We have an Archon this time, yeah, but there's a Sunken, which, ow. It's like 40 damage per hit on that Archon. Ow. The good news for the Archon is he has a lot of HP. He can afford it. He's got 100 left over after all of that, but then a quick surround takes him down. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Alright, so third base, Nexus, done. Third base for Terror, established. Sunkens get killed, but that's not a big deal. Hive on the way at 9 minutes, which I really love. I love this. Is he actually getting... He's making a shuttle before he starts... No, he has an observatory. Before he makes an observer? That can't be accurate. Does he have an observer? Production tab says there's not one on the way. You could probably snipe that upgrade if you just jumped on it with these lings. He knows he's trying to help it. Yeah, there you go. So there's the jump. 6, Eddie. Oh! I actually don't know. Was that +1 or +2? That was probably +1. Did it? Oh my gosh. I think it just barely completed. That's insane. That's such a lucky break for Maru. Holy crap. Okay, so Dark Archon, he's got Maelstrom research too, so he's not just here for feedback or anything. Alright, so these lurkers who have been pains in the Protoss side for a while haven't killed anything yet. We've got Storm, we've got Zealots, we've got Dragoons, we've got a Dark Archon in the mix. Let's see what we can do. Oh, there is a Ultralisk flock though. He's like, hey, you don't make any Corsairs at all. Let's sit back behind your mineral line and try... That's well-placed cannons. And try to kill some probes. No. There we go. Actually, I have to take some hits to make that happen. And look at this. Surprise! Overlords have scouted the presence of a giant ball of Protoss up here. That's not good. Did the Dark Archon die? No, he's down here. Good storm, though. Great storm from somebody. He might have died, actually. So this is where tunnelings and lurkers are going to help immensely in this situation. So that's good news, Bears. Mutas, there you go. They find a corner. They find a corner they can hang out. Murder as they please. Look at these lings trying to kill High Templar. They might get one. He's leading them on a jolly chase. But yes, he does go down. Great snipe there. Yeah, sacrificing a handful of lings to make that happen is definitely worth it. Mutas have not been caught in a maelstrom, but I feel like they should have been right there. Dark Archon was sitting right there. I don't know. So a bunch of Zealots and Dragoons up this way. The Dragoon's going to do terribly against these Zerglings, for absolute sure. The Zealots really need to pull back and maybe help with some of the Zerglings coming up this ramp, but there we go. They're doing it, but it might be a little bit too late. Come on, Maelstrom something. Wait, how much energy is it to Maelstrom? We're assuming it's like... We're assuming... I think he would drop it now. If he had it. No, Oh, he got it! He tossed it right on down. But there's no follow-up storm. Aww. And now the lings are just eating up these Dragoons. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. Delicious Dragoons. Yeah, so it was... 70? Maybe less than that? I kind of love this from Terror. He's just like, you're making a lot of Dragoons for some reason. Let's go ahead. Run! Run to the cannons! Oh my god, run. You're so fat. Get in there. Oh, pulled back to the cannons in safety. Lings. Somebody, I don't know. Zealots, something happened there. I don't know what's happening. I'm really distracted by the Dark Archon. The Ling Muta stuff versus Dragoons is not even fair. It's 117 to 90 total supply right now. Oh no, Dark Archon dies without casting a second spell. Rest in peace, Dark Archon. Goodbye, Assimilator. You're probably dead unless these lings get distracted, which they certainly did. That stinks. Fourth base coming up for Terror bottom left. He's working on an Ultralisk cavern. Obviously, he has Defilers out because he went for that pretty fast hive. He's going for a High Templar, Dark Templar drop somewhere. But the lings see this, and there are mutas. They might want to chase that down or attempt to. I don't know. Oh, bit of a Dark Swarm Ling attack coming in here at the natural base. Always good unless there's a lot of Zealots around, or, you know, if Storm's available, which there, by golly, there should be some Storm available, but there's not, actually. There we go. There's a Storm available. DT's in here. Absolutely kicking butt and taking names. This shuttle is trying to see if it can drop here at the third base. A storm does happen in defense of the natural. These storms are happening when I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry. I really want to see this drop go down. This Ling Dark Swarm attack is accomplishing way too much. He's like, is this a Reaver? It is not. It is just a DT. Whoa! We got lurkers way up into the main base. Terror, what is happening? Maybe actually attack these guys, Zealots. I don't know. Just might be in your best interest to do that. DT gets wiped out. I don't know where the shuttle went. We're going to maybe assume Scourge killed him, something like that. Okay, so a pretty sloppy hold there from Maru, in all honesty. I don't know. Lost a Forge. Ended up losing a few High Templar. It's 123 to 112 supply in favor of Maru. Again, mind you, he's up 63 to 39 workers. What is going on? Maru's going for some pretty aggressive stuff and not really taking the time to get an economy. That said, the Dark Swarm Ling attack is unstoppable against cannons. Cannons are the worst at this. The Lings decide to go for the non-guaranteed damage. And then they back out and go for the guaranteed damage with part of these cannons. And then a second Dark Swarm happens. So, yes. He's going to save it. He's going to save this Nexus. Hey, he got Dark Swarm Zerglings, and he saved it with Zealots. Well done. Well done here out of Maru. So got +2 attack, +1 armor for the Zealots. The Lings are at +1 attack and +2 armor. High Templar, again, major priority targets here. Oh, beautiful storm. Just an absolutely gorgeous storm there. The Ultralisks! Whoa! The Ultralisks have arrived, though. Terror is feeling the power of the Ultralisk. He's at 100 supply. Oh my gosh, this DT is wandering in here for kills. Oh, High Templar, their pathing is terrible. He's alive? Gotta be kidding me. He's alive. Okay, so 2-kill DT. Again, stopping all mining at the third base is a fairly ginormous deal. I don't know what these Lings are trying to do. They just went the wrong direction, ran directly into a buzzsaw, and are completely dead. So, I mean, Terror's aggression, I feel like, has been super impressive. Because it has. He ends up with about 7 kills, not bad. It's 154 to 119 supply for the Protoss. He's on 3 bases. He's got a lot of great tech here. He doesn't have any Archons in the mix. It is a lot of Zealots, which indicates that your best bet here is going to be things like, well, Plague. If you don't have Plague versus all of the Zealots, it's hard. I mean, Ultras trade pretty well here. I'm not going to tell the Ultralisks that they can't fight Zealots, but it's not ideal. Man, these Ultras are just clunky, man. Getting Anabolic Synthesis, they don't have the speed upgrade yet. But just running for his life here is Maru. He hasn't been able to get a 4th base either, which is a massive, humongous problem for him right now. He really needs a 4th base, because Terra's got a 4th base that he's rolling with. I guess the secondary priority here would be don't die to these 12 Ultralisks. It is literally 12 Ultras at varying stages of health, mind you. Trying to hold the line with DTs. There is an observer in the mix here. There's a detector in the mix here. This Overlord just happy to provide detection. Nothing shooting at him or anything. Trying to get the big swings off. Probes running, hoping nobody notices them. Actually messing with the pathing of these Ultras a little bit. This guy's got 21 HP and 1 kill. Is this just your GG? This might just be it. Terror was really low on econ and really kind of low on army supply for a little bit. Then he pumped out 12 Ultras and said, go. Go, my minions. Destroy. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, he needs a 4th base more than anything. Terra's taking a 5th right now. I feel like some Reavers would have been incredible in this situation. Everything else I think is okay. Zealot Archon, Reavers, just big swings, big hits against these Ultras would have really done very well. And then running in with 2/2 Lings with the Adrenal Gland upgrade, because why wouldn't you have that upgrade? Great storm, though. Ah, okay. Ultra dies. Go for... Is this an attempted drop? These are empty overlords. So no, I don't believe it is. He's trying to drag the Ultralisk out of here so they can actually kill it. So it's not in the Dark Swarm anymore. And okay, so what's the follow-up here from Terror? Is it just... It's really just empty overlords? Terror just got supply blocked because he ran overlords in here. He saves the Nexus, which doesn't really matter. Also, it's free Scourge. Yeah, Terror being a little bit sloppy here because he knows this is coming. This is honestly straight up a Zerg versus Terran strategy we're looking at right now. Where basically you just throw Lings and Ultras at the enemy until they die. Usually things like Storm, Archons, Reavers make this strategy not super viable. My goodness. My goodness. Alright, well, I think that's it. I think we're done. These Archons are getting nom-nom-nom-nom-noms. They're getting nom-nom-nommed. Zealots came in, killed a Sunken. That was about it. That's really all they could accomplish. And I think Ultras just kind of wander into the main base now and just sort of win. So total flip and total supply here, 115 to 94. And yeah, Terror's just been on a tear here. I mean, getting up a ramp with Ultras totally sucks. If you could drop, that'd be great. I mean, if you had researched that, but I'm not really convinced that he has. I mean, he's killing drones. Terror's at 60 workers now, which is more than the last time we checked, but oh, that's a great... Whoa! 14 kills, and another one! Ah! That High Templar just single-handedly wiped out everything at this base except for one drone. Holy cannoli, 46 workers now for Terror. He's not happy about that at all. Maru's just being stubborn, right? He's got one base total of income. He's got 56 probes, but I think they're all here at this one base, which is not good. It is oversaturation to the extreme. Terror's got this base at 12 o'clock. Sure, he only has 49 workers, but... Filer hanging around. Yeah, but then we just have round 4 coming in, and Maru's like, ah! Let's back it up a little bit here. Let's come up this ramp. Let's make sure the Lings and the Ultras can't get a surround, because that's when they're by far the most effective. Let's have no detection available so that the DTs are just eating up Zerglings like they are cream puffs. Yeah, 4 kills on that dude. Not bad. Not bad at all. Bring your overlords with you. This is a sloppy, sloppy game out of Terror. But, you know, he's going to win anyway. Maybe he just feels like he doesn't need... He doesn't need to play at the tip-top of his game, or maybe this is an older game, or maybe, I don't know, he was sleep-deprived when he played this match. There's a lot of questions, not many answers. This game can be explained in one sentence. Maru never got a 4th base. And now Terror is on 6. And I don't care how good you are. GG, says Maru. You're going to lose to Terror in that situation. If you're a 3-basing Protoss versus a 6-basing Terror, nope. Not happening. 0%. 0% help. All right. Well, that right there was wow. An absolutely incredibly great game out of Terror. And by that I mean the early game, but not so much the late game. One High Templar stormed every single drone at his bottom left base. He lost his 3rd hatch. But yeah, Terror sometimes just goes into Ling Ultra mode against Protoss and Terran. And if he gets in that mode and you're not on 4 bases, then that's pretty much it for you. Fully upgraded Ultras, fully upgraded Cracklings. And yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in Maru. He held up a lot better in that Outsider map. Yeah, what can you do? All right, 169,000 points here from Maru, 180,000 points out of Terror. We got ourselves 326 APM to 321. Outproduced, geez, about a 2-to-1 ratio here, if not more than that, substantially. Killed And a 4-to-2 ratio. I mean, this is honestly an impressive kill number for Maru, but if... yeah. You'll kill 460 and you're very proud, but there's 630 that were produced, which leaves a giant army behind, right? Yes. Yes, it does. And resources favoring Terror as well. Are we surprised by any of that? No. Not at all. All right. Well, that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.